Here's Hardaway. Pass to Marley. Lets the three fly. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, Thunder Dan Marley, a lights-out perimeter scorer, a talented shooter from deep. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And here's Irving. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I think you have to admire the aggressiveness with which P.J. Washington plays every single night.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Washington hits them both. Here's Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Mashburn. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving with the ball. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Mashburn. Stolen by Washington. They're running for the finish. And then Washington with the dunk.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
The Heat with the lead. Right side Hardaway.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Marley. Fires from deep. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And Mourning just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And it's Davis missing. The Heat leading by 3. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Marley's got 5 now.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And Hardaway always looking to incorporate his teammates. You can see him keeping his eyes moving in order to make sure he's ready to deliver to the open man.
Here's Mashburn. Mourning with the screen to the inside. Off with the layup.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the first time out of the game called for the Heat. Mavericks making a switch here. Free throw, no good for Gafford. Mavericks trailed by 7. Pass to Marley. The screen from Brown. Now Marley. From past the arc. Goes back up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Miami, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Dallas. 7-point differential. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's Haskins. Pass to Austin. Inside. Fish.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Bowen. Defended by Christie. Drills the three-pointer. Bowen's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Christie. Back falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie.
That is nicely done by Spencer Dinwiddie. Just getting the ball into the hands of a shooter.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Bowen. It's up a 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. And the Mavericks with possession. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Down low. Here's Haskins. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Here's Lively. The quick look, no good that time. The Heat leading by 10. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Now here's Austin. Still yet to score. On the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the shot falls short this time. Lively with it. It's rebounded by Austin. And Miami has possession. There's a good screen. Bowen shot is off. Mavericks trailed by 10 to the middle. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Bruce Bowen.
A classic basketball right there. Dinwiddie gets his man committed by the up fake and then draws the whistle. Nicely done.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. The Heat leading by 9. And here is Hardaway. Pass to Mashburn. Driving to the basket. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Davis.
First
And this is how special Mashburn is on the drive, using that athleticism to just explode towards the rim.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Davis. Davis working in the paint.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Now Hardaway hasn't made one yet. Pass to Mashburn. The screen from Brown. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Mourning. The Mavericks pull it in. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Mavericks trailed by 9. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Mourning. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Look at Mourning making the unselfish play, giving it away rather than forcing the shot.
Here's Marley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Marley. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Brown.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Down low. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 14. Pass to Gafford. Mourning with some nice D. Miami with the ball. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Hardaway. And here is Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Over Washington. Again, the Heat good for 2.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Here's Gafford. And just miss after miss right now. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Heat lead by 16. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Mavericks trailed by 16. Now here's Irving. And Crotty pulls it down. Pass to Bowen. Inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Clock at 6. Now here's Austin. Drops in the layup for 2. Austin's got the first basket of the second half here for Miami.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made that was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time.
Kyrie Irving has such a tight handle that regardless of what's in front of him, he will get past you and get to the cup.
Pass to Askins. Here's Bowen. And here's Austin. He's guarded by Davis. 3-on-3. Swiped away. 90 seconds now into the second half. To the inside. Askins. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. Pass to Thompson. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Miami leading by 20. Here's Mashburn. He's got 7. And here's Marley outside. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Here's Gafford. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Gafford's got 7 points in the game.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Pass to Mourning. To the paint. Here's Mashburn. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Mavericks trail by 20. Outside, Davis. Shoots over Brown. And Davis can't get it to go.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
It's stolen by Davis. Inside. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Pass to Marley.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And it goes down 2 points.
Dan Marley.
He's got 12. And stolen by Mourning. To the middle. And the rejection by Gafford. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And the Heat with some changes. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter. Here's Fish. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. The Mavericks shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
I think one of the things you have to be in awe of is how creative and how elusive Kyrie Irving is to deal with when he's cooking offensively. This guy truly a remarkable talent.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 5.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Bowen. The fadeaway. Again, the miss by the Heat. Mavericks trailed by 17. Here's Irving. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength is savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
It's deflected. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball.
Now into the lineup for your Mavericks. Numero 00, Max Christie.
There's 57 seconds left in the third. Here's Marshall. Over Bowen. Marshall can't hit. The Heat leading by 15. Here's Fish. Down low. Pass to Askins. 5 on the clock. And Lively pulls it down. Here's Marshall. And he lays it straight in. Marshall's got his first bucket in this one.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Crotty. Here's the three. Bowen, good. Bowen's got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat out front, up by 16. We're back after this from American Airlines. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hardaway with it. Going inside.
And with the handle that Tim Hardaway has, boy, he can be fun to watch. There's an obvious joy to his game that you have to appreciate.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Heat.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Mavericks trail by 18. Here's Christie. Off the left rim and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Bowen's shot is off. And here is Marshall. And he banks in the layup.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
The Heat leading by 16. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Here's Fish. Stolen by Lively. Pass to Christie. Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
Irving, an elusive scorer, so adept at finding space inside.
Here's Askins. Here's Bowen. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 17.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
From downtown, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. 2 points, that one goes.
You see the offensive force that is Kyrie Irving. Sometimes it's the scoring, right there it's just passing.
Hardaway with it. Guarded now by Irving. And it's good for 2.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And here are the Mavericks now, trailing by 17. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Pass to Austin. Here's Bowen. This one for three. Thompson with the rebound. Here's Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The foul couldn't hold Davis down. His scoring ability is just that strong.
Here's Crotty. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Here's Askins. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Gafford. Pass to Davis. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Bowen. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Dallas again turning it over.
Miami ball.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Heat leading by 12. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Miami with the ball. Here's Askins. To the inside. Here's Austin. And the dunk by Austin. Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
That was a punch in the gut to those fans.
Second team foul. At the line for two.
He misses the free throw. Second free throw, no good. And Miami has possession. They lead by 14. Pass to Mashburn. Morning inside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Heat lead by 16. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Back to Marley. And the layup's good off the glass.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Irving. Here's Mashburn. And he jams it with authority.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
David Marley. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
The first one falls.
Kyrie Irving. Taking 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. On offense, here are the Heat. 17-point game. Here's Marley. Off target. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to